Hey people, 45 Moma here, and just as I promised, I'm going to do my Eureka 7 analysis and why I believe the anime is better than the movie. Now, you're wondering, what's Eureka 7, 45 Moma? Eureka 7 is an anime produced by Bones and directed by Tomoko Kaedo, and the anime came out at April 17, 2005 to April 2 of 2006. But in Canada, where I live, it came out a year after, September 17th of 2007. Now, this anime was licensed pretty much by Bana Entertainment and Mad Men Entertainment, you know? And in Canada, White TV, the things I watch. Now, and in America, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, you know, before it wasn't shitty. Before Adult Swim wasn't shitty. Now, what makes this anime better than, to me, to other animes is because this anime focuses heavily on characters and on the black and white situation and of on racism, you know, and its own way racism. And its racism is justified. It is justified. Now, let's start off with the characters. Our main protagonist, male main protagonist, Renton Thurston, a boy that lives in Bell Forest, 14 years old. Now, Renton is the kind of person that wanted excitement in his life, but he didn't know what type of excitement he really wanted, so he was barking up the wrong tree. Now, in his city, people view him as pretty much the son of a dog of the military, the so-called hero of their world, Adrock Thurston. And Adrock Thurston was legitimately considered a dog of the military. Now, what is the military of Eureka 7? Well, that military is pretty much the world government in their world, the world government. And that world government has pretty much believes that they can't. Now, the world government completely heavily justifies that they want to destroy all of the people who support Corallian. And I think the name they called those people were pretty much Bardarak. Now, what this series is pretty much famous for is that what makes this series, in my opinion, very famous is that towards the end of the anime, that this series pretty much took up the step, even winning multiple awards at 2006 at Tokyo National Anime Fair. You know, there's a reason for that, because this anime is ending, and halfway through it makes sense, especially when it justifies the asshole characters. So when you hate a character, it's justified around the middle, because you get this flashback of those characters. Now, who are the asshole characters that I was speaking of? Those characters are the Gecko State. Now, at episode 4, they're portrayed as bums and assholes. To our eyes, to the main character, the protagonist's eyes. Now, what people know Eureka 7 known for is the love, and I believe that's what it's known for. The love between a girl named Eureka and a boy named Renton. Now, you know who Renton is. Who's Eureka? She is the mysterious girl that's a part of the Gecko State and also works for them. The Gecko State are a band of rebels that are fighting against the military for reasons that are unclear to you until midway through the series, but I won't spoil because I strongly suggest you watch this mecha anime. Now, what makes Eureka 7 in a unique way is that, now, people are saying it's based off Evangelion, but what makes this anime different from Evangelion is that when Renton is put in a situation of black and white thinking, it is a hard decision to make, but he bluntly states what the obvious of that situation is, which I think Shinji Ikari doesn't have the balls to do. That's what I think Renton does, because he has balls to state what he believes is right. Not saying what he says is the right thing, but what he believes is right, and what his ideals are. That completely contrasts the captain, Holland. Now, Holland is portrayed as a bum, and also at certain points a douchebag. But that's what makes his character good, because there's reasons for that. There's reasons for why his character acts the way it does. Holland is the type of character that believes what he's doing is just, and what he's doing is that the military is at the wrong. So he believes that fighting against the inevitable is the right thing. Now I know what you think. This type of thinking is retarded, yes, but Holland makes it work because why? Because he knows how the military thinks. Because he was once a part of the military, and he knew someone that is still a part of the military. Now, who's the military of this? Why are the military so heavily discussed in this series? Well, the military in this anime are pretty much the people that enforce the racism. If you are a Vodarak, no matter how old you are, and if you're in a Vodarak, you die. Because what they believe what the Vodarak are doing are worshipping Corallians. Now, in their eyes, the Vodarak as seen are the KKK. That's what they see in their eyes. But that's not what the Vodarak, in their opinion, are seen as. The Vodarak believes that they're Buddhists that are praying for their God. Since the military believes that they're not praying for the God they believe in. Now, pretty much, that's what Eureka 7 the anime was going for, and I believe that. And halfway through the series, it worked well with that, because in the end, that racial bullshit was cut off completely, and that it was resolved. It wasn't forgotten, it was resolved near the end, and I was really happy about that. Now this is where, okay, and that's why I believe the anime did well. Now this is where the bullshit starts. The movie. That movie was bullshit. I will not lie to you. I hated that movie. Why? Because I don't know what the fuck Bones was on, but at the start of the movie, they said, fuck character, fuck black and white thinking, fuck the racism. No, we're gonna go with only Eureka and Renton's love. They completely ignored all the other characters and focused only on those two. Now I get it, it's a movie, it's supposed to be 2 hours, but that's no excuse to turning 2 characters into assholes, then killing them off it. What the fuck? Hap and Stoner, these characters are one of my favorites actually. Now I get it. Trust me on this. If people who watch the anime know, Stoner is known for his psychological thinking and how he talks about famous people. If you had a problem, he talked to you that way. And Renton can see what you're talking about. Now Hap, a good character. Whenever the situation, he knows how to control the situation and pretty much calm everyone down. And that's what I like about it. And especially the way he does this. You can't hate that. But no, Bones thought it'd be fun to, kill off these 2 characters and, focus on the bullshit, that bullshit romance of, we call Renton and Eureka. And I call this romance bullshit. The anime romance was beautiful, but this one was bullshit. Why? Because it was forced. They forced that love completely, and Eureka was portrayed as a bitch. Now, I don't like how that's treated, You don't need forced love, because then that just pretty much turns that person off from those characters, and starts to have hate. The only character that was good was Tahoe in the end, but that's because her character stayed the way it was at the end, so she would always be that nice person. Holland went back to his asshole dick self for some weird fucking reason. So he was pretty much, and apparently in this movie, he's not Holland. Now, if anyone remembers that fat guy from the last episode, he's apparently called Holland. I'm not joking. See this movie. Now, the logic that Bones used, the logic that they thought was really good, was the whole Peter Pan logic. Now, what is the Peter Pan logic? Alright. Midway through the movie, Holland starts talking to Renton, and he says the most fucked up shit I ever heard. Apparently, everybody in the full-grown adults of Eureka 7 are all 17. And apparently, to their eyes, they're the Lost Boys. And Eureka and Renton are Peter Pan, and that Peter Pan and Wendy. Now, I call this logic bullshit. I'm not being sexist or anything, don't take the sexism, but I'm just saying, wasn't the Lost Boys in Peter Pan Lost Boys? These are called the Lost People. There's women here too, So, are you saying we're men or something? What the fuck, Bones? That's why I call that logic bullshit, and it makes no sense. I'm sorry, but there was no need for that. There was actually no need for that whole shit of them being adult. I'm not buying that crap. That was bullshit. And that's why I hated this movie. Because it wanted us to believe in crap that it was so fucked up. Not to mention, all it was was light shows. That's why I don't believe in that bullshit. It was all light shows. The only thing I liked about that movie was the little Nirbosh. That was good. That was really good. But that doesn't excuse all the bullshit that happened. Now, In Eureka 7, the anime, it had something the movie did. A villain called Dewey Novak. Well, actually, scratch that. Not even a villain. This dude was good because he was not in the constant black and white thinking. No, he was put in a situation where he thinks gray. Just gray. Just gray, that's all. And he states so much shit that gets contradicted in the end. From one action he does. Just one action. And what he does in the end, you'll be like, what the fuck, man? What happened to all that logic you had? Nah. In the end, everything he states on the last episodes is thrown out the window like paper. And that's what makes his character good, because his psychic mind is so distraught that he throws his own logic away. But that's what I don't like about that's what I liked about the anime. But about the movie, it failed. I just believe that movie didn't portray, especially the ending part. I didn't like how it did that. And that's why I believe I don't like it. This is 45 Moma, and I'm taking off. Oh, and tune in to my next video that will be on Gundam Seed and why I believe that its logic is okay, but sometimes thrown out there.